Welcome back, everybody, and thanks for joining me today, and especially to the new subscribers. I know some of you are from the Kinsale course that I taught at the weekend. So I was teaching a beautiful Shaolin Qigong beginners course in Kinsale in County Cork last weekend. Beautiful group, beautiful setting on the harbour. Saturday, beautiful day, lovely blue sky, and Sunday, stormy and wet and raining. So we had a yin-yang weekend. Anyway, it was beautiful and everybody did really, really well. And I'm so grateful to have been invited to teach there. Now, today, I'm going to talk about heart-to-heart transmission. Not sure even why, but that's what came to me when I asked what I should talk about today. And I think maybe it's a topic that a lot of people don't understand. I can understand that because it's actually really difficult to explain it verbally, because it's more like it's a heart-to-heart transmission. It's more in energy, at the energy and mind level. So when I teach, I was taught actually myself by my Sifu, heart-to-heart transmission. That's how Grandmaster Wang Kit used to teach. And heart-to-heart transmission means the teaching goes from the heart of the master to the student. So the student their heart is open and they're in a receiving mode. That's basically what it is. So the teachings go from the heart of the master to the heart of the student. And the student is in a relaxed and receiving mode. Now, what can block that? And I say it many times in my classes, is note taking. Taking notes while the master is talking. And when you're taking notes, you're very much at the intellect level. You're not as relaxed as what somebody who is just listening. Even if they fall asleep, actually, they're even more receptive. So taking notes can block some of that transmission. Now, I don't really explain heart-to-heart transmission on my courses, but because when I ask people not to take notes, it's much better for the student to do what I ask them to do. I will probably mention don't take notes maybe 3 times throughout the day, and 3 times is as far as I go. Master Wang used to say 3 times, anything more than 3 times. If you make that mistake, then it's up to yourself after that. So that's part of the heart-to-heart transmission. You follow the instructions as best you can, okay? So a genuine Shaolin master or grandmaster will never ask you to do something that you're not comfortable with or that's going to harm you. And always do your research before you come into a course with anyone. It doesn't matter who they are. Always do your research. Chat with the students. In a Shaolin training, the students usually should be very childlike, very happy, very free, because that's part of what our training is all about. Now, like I say, it's a hard concept to follow. So when I'm talking or telling a story, there is always a reason for that story, or there's always a reason why I'm chatting and talking. Often it's to give the students a break, because you can't go from chi flow to chi flow. It would be too much for new students. And when I teach in flow. So I'm teaching as the energy is flowing through me, and that's what's coming out. And I'm teaching to the group that's in front of me, not the group that was in front of me 2 weeks ago. So it's a totally different energy. Every group has a different energy. And I am talking and teaching to that group that's in front of me. So often things that I have said maybe a week ago, 2 weeks ago, has no bearing at all for the group that's in front of me. So don't ever interrupt your Sifu when they're talking because they're talking in flow to the group in front of them, not something that happened in the past. We're in the now, we're flowing in the moment, moment by moment by moment. So I prefer we're more in flow than being in the now, but it's all the same thing. You just flow and flow. Actually, some years ago, after coming back from a small universe course in Malaysia, I was making a cup of tea. And I had a hard time trying to understand the concept of being in the now or being in flow. And as I made that cup of tea, it was like everything disappeared from the past and everything disappeared of what I was thinking about in the future. It was only in that moment. But I was still making the tea, like I hadn't stopped. I was still making the cup of tea, but that's all there was. It was the most beautiful experience. And I was able to hold that. I was able to hold that for a long time. Like weeks, not just days. And then sometimes things happen and you're thrown out of that flow again, and you just need to get yourself back into it. But when you're in that flow, there is no past, there's no future, so there's no thinking about the past, regrets or anything like that. And there's no future, so there's no anxiety or no thinking, what should I do? You're just flowing. It's so beautiful. Anyway, that's going away from the heart-to-heart transmission. And again, that's actually talking in flow. But so you don't need to know everything that I say in a class. Okay, so this is for future students that come in. You don't need to know everything that I say in a class. You're not going teaching it. You're going home to practice. And the most important thing for you is just to make sure that you know what you need to practice after going home. You don't need to know the book of Qigong. You just need to know what to practice. And I often find that those who are the most relaxed and just taking it nice and easy in a class, they do better than people who still hang on to the intellect and the ego and need to take everything I say down. And I don't blame them. It's a habit. It's a training that they got going to school or going to college. Take notes, take notes, take notes. There's nothing about the heart-to-heart transmission. I know some school teachers in my classes are really good teachers because they have their students really relaxed and fun. Everything is fun, everything is relaxed. They still go through the curriculum, but it's in a much more fun way to do things. And I think that will be the way of teaching in the future, where teachers are able to bring out the best and the gifts of the students rather than all of this rote learning. So please, when you are doing my class or any classes that I teach, stay in a relaxed and receptive mode. That's the heart-to-heart transmission. It's as simple as that. But like I say, we're often taught to be otherwise. If you're tense when I tell you to relax and you refuse to relax, then that's also blocking the heart-to-heart transmission. So remember, it's being relaxed and receptive. So wherever you're thinking, oh, I'm not doing that, why is she telling us to do this? That's not, the heart transmission is not able to go through in that session. So that's what I wanted to talk about today. And I have a lot of courses coming up, especially here in Kerry, but also online. So if you want to check out my website, Qigong, CHIKUNG.ie, have a look through that. And if you're interested, you can let me know. If you have any comments or you just want to do that too. And share. I know a lot of students have shared the relaxation that I did last week. That's absolutely beautiful. That's really, really nice. And one of the nicer things even that happened on the weekend course is we sent blessings to the mother of one of the students who is an elderly woman and was a little agitated. And when the lady went home that evening, her mom said she never felt so peaceful. It was worth going to Kinsale for that alone. So many beautiful things happen on a course. It's not just about learning Qigong, it's energy. Remember that. I'm teaching at an energy and mind level, not just a physical level. So many beautiful things happen on a course like that. Okay, so I'll see you next week. I think next week we'll do turning head, and it'll work on the vagus nerve, migraines, anything like that, and on the central nervous system as well. And yeah, so I look forward to seeing you then. Enjoy the week. Lots and lots of blessings and sudden joys for all of you as well. So, Shaolin greetings.